The sun peeping through as big Paul Harrigan warms up for this clash between St George and Newcastle. And we're underway for the first 40. The Saints holding that one up into a very strong breeze for a long time. Robbie McCormack gets it back about 9 metres out from his own line. Newcastle rode high on the shoulders of the big forward pack last weekend. Tony Herman tries to improve things from dummy half. Rodwell to Glanville. Quite capable of busting the line himself. Back for Sargent. First of many charges from this big man. He draws 4 defenders towards him. Now they will look for the kick. Rodwell is back. Gets enough support from those in front of him to put the kick in, but straight to Potter. Did well to take it. It was swirling around in the breeze. And Potter is taken just short of his own halfway. Peter Coyne shaped as if he was going to kick, then gave it to Beattie. Beattie back for Goulet. Great defence all over the stadium. If anything, St George might just have had a little better of the play, but the Knights now answer the call as they go inside the danger zone to set things up for themselves. Hagan short blind. He's worked that side a couple of times. Ball's kept alive back for McCormack. Awkward one as he gets it back. Glanville. Beattie wasn't watching. Walford's got the intercept. Walford dancing around, leading a merry chase. Well, Beattie would have had it cleanly if he had have kept his eyes on the ball. But they still come away with it. Barthill. It wasn't as if the Knights didn't have a chance at that end either. Potter. Real semi-final football. Who wants to grab the opportunity? Prettle was there, but Hardy didn't unload. 2-0 to the Saints as they fire away. Huge back line. Coyne stays outside for Barnhill. Barnhill cannot unload. The Knights survive that one. Peter Coyne, they only have it by 2. Godden is hurrying. So are the St George chasers. Herman grabs it. He beats the skipper Beattie. Not McCoy, he loses it. This is what happens in semi-finals. It could be goodbye this time. They're all offside. Newcastle. Goulet to Heron to the corner. Back in field for Ed Davis. They got away with it, Newcastle. McCormack allowed to run from dummy half to Sargent, but they get in each other's way. Annesley had played a big advantage. And this penalty will go the Knights' way right in front of the post, right alongside, I should say, the upright. Schuster from alongside the posts. Quickly becoming a Newcastle legend. They're on the board in the sudden death semi of 92. It is 2-all. 32 out the Knights.
Newcastle hasn't put on one of their special set plays from this area of the field yet. They've just still got that up their sleeve, and I'd expect to see it in the well, here we have it now. Here we have it now.
Rodwell gets it to Harrigan. Back it comes. Godden keeps it alive. They had to shift. They had numbers. They got it wrong. Godden gets it back, intercepted. Now that's a voluntary tackle. He should be penalised. Still time. A couple of tackles maybe before halftime. Glanville. Glanville gets it back and keeps it alive. Godden likewise for Sargent. Sargent a one-hander back. Hagan, great ball. Rodwell, Harrigan. Great save from Walford, who came off his wing. They were gone if he managed to unload. Dying seconds. This is the last throw. Hagan to the end goal. Who wants it? Did he get it down? No. Newcastle were coming home strong. St George will be happy to see half-time. Just the one goal in it. Schuster missed out by inches at the death. It is 2-all. Psychologically, the Knights the better at the break. St George had all the early ball and the early chances, but Newcastle came back extra strong. Well, there was one that should have brought a penalty. Coyne with hands in the play of the ball there, but Annesley allows what he feels is an advantage to Newcastle.
Well, Graham, there's a lot of pressure on these referees, but, you know, some things that happen right in front of them surely aren't all that hard to pick up. You know, like it should have just been a penalty. Graham Annesley is one of the referees trying to get in this grand final position, and he's putting himself under pressure.
Here goes Sargent. I thought it was Harrigan. Back for Herman. Yes. Now, was it momentum? Was he sure? Annesley with a big call. Herman taken by Walford. I don't think his momentum was stopped. The ball was mid-air. He bounces up. Why can't he reach? Coyne. Quick hands from the Saints. Mark Coyne tries to get it away. Goulet picks up the dregs. Goes infield. Outside the 22 on the last tackle. They have numbers to the right. The Saints. Hands required and quickly. Coyne with a floating long ball. Took too much time to get there. They kick to the in goal. Herman goes back. Herman and Walford. Herman away from one. Away from two. Away from three. That is a memorable run from Tony Herman. He will play it in 49, 32 metres away from the Newcastle line as Goldthorpe goes extra wide to Coyne. Coyne kicking, holding it up for Walford, who's onside. Walford missed it. St George knock on. The facts and figures suggest Newcastle, as Graham has said. Coyne to Heron. Rodwell comes across Heron, throws it away. Great covering tackle from the little halfback Rodwell as Heron sighted the sideline. What a year that young man has had for Newcastle. Newcastle defence is everywhere and holding. Goldthorpe right up the middle towards the post. This is perfect. Peter Coyne is deep to the left. They go to him. Does he have time now? He's got plenty of time. Somebody remembered. They worked it finally, and Saints break the deadlock. 3-2 St George. The Knights fans have gone a little quiet.
I think whoever scores the next points is going to win it without any doubt, Graham.
Peter Coyne, cross-kicking, nobody's there, Davis hurries! Oh, Davis just gets there. Here he is now to Glanville on the fringe where he's normally most dangerous. Hagan is skiing most of the time in this game. He has been the man most likely to lay something on. McCormick with a short ball up for Miller. Now's the chance for field goal if they want it. Hagan is wide in front of the posts. Thinks about a try. Back for Rodwell. Rodwell gotten into the line. Schuster stepping. Schuster still going. Flicks it out the back, but only as far as Potter. Elliott will play it in front of the posts. They can go either side.
Or go for another field goal.
The dummy from Goldthorpe. Now it's the last tackle. They will try and keep it in the in goal to get possession back. Peter Coyne up the middle. Harding! No! Inches away. Was not a bad option. 2 minutes 20. Last tackle, they go wide. They've got a chance if Hagan can get it out there.
They've got it. They've got it coming.
Here it goes. Broker. Broker on Walford. No. Great cover from the Saints. The 12 Saints hang on. Handover, there's still time, 2 minutes. 30 seconds only. The great city of Newcastle survived a massive earthquake last year. It doesn't look, though, their football team will survive the famous red and white strip of St George. Maybe there is one last throw of the dice. 15 seconds, the scrum will pack. There will be one play left. Maybe not. St George are taking their time. Annesley is calling them oval. Forget about it, it's gone. Newcastle out the back door. St George survive in an absolute incredible finish here at the stadium. The Saints stay alive. Newcastle are finished. Mark Coyne, a battered hero for the Saints. Newcastle played much without the ball in the second half at the wrong end of the field. Heron kicked a goal, and Peter Coyne the winning field goal for St George. Schuster got a goal for Newcastle, 3 points to 2. Schuster saw little of the ball in the second half.
Those Newcastle Knights, having reached the semi-finals in the 92 season, are certainly destined for bigger and better rewards in the years ahead. And the city and the people of Newcastle, as always, will be with them all the way.